What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity build video. Today we're going to be doing a high-level contest to make mayor's walkthrough for the city Lala. You guys have seen a lot of her stuff on my channel. She's mainly one of my top high-level players right now, so you're going to see a lot of her walkthroughs on the channel. But if you guys have your own walkthroughs that you want me to do on the channel, I'm more than happy to do that. Right now, we don't have a whole lot of high-level players that submit Contest to Mayor's albums, so this is one of the only ones that you guys get. Before we begin, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you have not already, you can join us on Facebook at SimCity Build at MissyAnne. We have a page and a group, so make sure that you hit like on the page and join on the group. Anytime that you guys can promote my channel, or even, like I said, like and comment, it boosts my algorithm and it's much appreciated, because we're almost to 3,000 subscribers. Okay, so every week we begin with setting the scene, tell you, like, okay, this is what level they are. She is level 63, so she has plenty of factory slots to do any factory task in one round. She has 4 regional maps unlocked, and she's in Mega. That's what you need to know for setting the scene. Then we're going to go through and we're going to do the task assessment. If it's a main task, it's in your list worth 2,000 points or higher. If it's a rotatable assignment, then it's in your list for below 2,000 points. No-touch tasks are tasks like a monster below 2,000 points. High-level players, I put out a new Contest to Mayor's video for you guys for 2022. Highly recommend that you guys give that one a watch. It's got a lot of, tips and information that's kind of scattered throughout multiple videos, all condensed into one. So there might be something that you missed. Definitely watch that. The videos are not 100% complete for low-level players yet, but for you high-level players, it's complete. I just got to update a few things on the guide, and you'll be able to print it. Okay, so a premium assignment is an assignment that can be worth up to 3,000 points. High premium can be worth over 3,000 points, and non-premium cannot be worth 3,000 points. So you're going to go through, you're going to label everything. Shop productions are considered non-premium assignments for high-level players. Beef can actually be worth up to 3,100 points that I've seen, so that one is premium. You don't usually get it very often, so rotating it at a really low value is kind of pointless, especially with the downtime attached to it. So unless it's there with the high main task value, you probably will avoid it. Okay, main task. The first one in her list is 2,500. Now, the first observation that I make is that normally you start with 3K tasks, right? So that kind of makes me wonder, like, okay, is this week going to go slow? What's going on? Not always the case, but possibly. That is a main premium assignment. It can be worth up to 3,000 points. The feed is a main non-premium assignment with a lot of downtime. 5 hours, 6 hours actually. So at that value, she will need to do it sooner rather than later, but you don't want to take a whole lot of downtime for, during active war and if you've already opened up your regionals. So given that she's already prepped electrical, she will probably rotate the war delivery first, see if she gets electrical, move on to the regional HQ if she gets nothing better, and then start prepping feed right away, okay? She has a main premium on the export HQ run. Now at this value, given that it's this early on in the contest, and that she has 4 regional HQs she can utilize, this assignment would get done, okay? If it was lower value, or she had a lot less regional HQs, then it would be something she would want to use caution with, meaning looking at the tasks remaining and everything. You guys got to be really careful with that assignment, because if you start the streaks and your regional HQs close out, you're going to fail. And there's nothing worse than losing an entire week of your work over one stupid mistake, okay? Upgrade London building. This is a premium assignment. Then we have a earn wave simoleons task at rotatable value. It is premium. Given that she has 4 regional HQs, she can go ahead and do this assignment, given its value. There is a spot in the CoM guide where I talk about regional coins, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to edit that because I had one person so far apparently completely misunderstand what it said. So I'm going to go through and rephrase that, but you guys are going to try to do your coins assignments as long as the reward outweighs the risk. If you are just before the streaks and maybe you've had that assignment several times, or your regional HQ is closed and you have no regional items, or you can only do that assignment once, then you might have to take a different path, but you should always try to do your premiums, okay? Now she has a rotatable, valued non-premium assignment. Now, technically, she wouldn't mark this rotatable. I mean, for her level, there's no reason why she would really do this assignment unless she was in reverse rotation. So it should be LR or no touch. Same thing with the keys, okay? Then we have rotatable premium on the Green Valley, rotatable premium on the Omega. Now, if you look up the order in which you rotate your low premiums, it starts with your high premiums, which would be Latin and Old Town. Then you have Omega, okay? Then regional, then VU, then airport, and then that's it. That's the order in which you rotate those particular ones. Those are the most common. VU, anything like, let's say, for deliveries and stuff like that, they don't come in for 1,000 points, so you don't have to worry about that. The airport deliveries go between VU and they go like right. You can do them right before, right after the VU, depending on what order they came in. All this information is in the new CoM videos. Usually, a lot of my people that I train, they get all this inside information with one-on-one help with me. And a lot of this information is kind of scattered throughout a lot of videos. So I get these new players coming to me for help, and they're just completely lost as to what to do. So I'm trying to give you guys a little bit more information in these walkthroughs than we normally do, because a lot of you guys are only doing value and opportunity when making your selection, and you really need to look at everything, okay? The rest of these, no touch on the bottom three, too low value for it to even be worth it, and or too high risk, okay? So like Monster, no point in doing that at that value. Its highest value point is 2,500. It has an extremely high algorithm rate, and it's extremely costly, okay? Okay, now, let's go through, and she starts with the war deliveries. That is correct. It's her highest valued assignment. It is a premium, good opportunity. It is limited time, can only be done during war or on the Monster, so getting that done sooner rather than later is essential. That would make that the correct choice. Okay, the next one. She gets a 1K Sunny upgrade. Now, that is a premium, but being that it just came in for 1,000, we're not going to rotate it right away. Okay? So even when we get to the point where we rotate our low rotatables, or our low premiums, what I should have said, we're not going to do that one first. Next one would be the feed, given that it's high value, right? Well, this is why you guys need to look at everything. So if you do your CoM math, you look at feed versus export HQ. Which one's higher in value? Okay, feed is higher in value. Regional HQ is little under 100 points less, right? So that's the value difference. Value possibility on the regional export HQ is 3K. The one downfall, though, is that she will need to take some downtime for feed. But we wouldn't want to do that if we already opened up a regional HQ. So we would want to be able to keep working while the feed is making, at least for half of the time, right? So I would be doing the regional HQ and then laying down the feed so that I can at least get it getting worked on. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm starting the assignment, but getting it worked on. So she lays the feed down, starts her regional HQ, gets a 3K Paris. Now, Paris versus feed, which one's correct? Paris, right? It's high in value, good opportunity, 3K, okay. 3K VU, excellent. Obviously, that's the next choice. Now she gets a 1590 on metal. Well, obviously we're not doing that anytime soon. She has feed. Metal, good doorway. Here's the thing, you guys. You got to be very careful about your very early on good doorways, because usually your early on good doorways, those get covered up with assignments, which is why you don't keep using them. That's how you end up rotating your low premiums. Usually your lower premiums are your good doorways. So don't worry about rotating something like metal early on, because that'll break your order of rotation. Follow the order of rotation first. Just keep a mental note of where your good doorways are. So far, yes, that was a good doorway, but I wouldn't be worried about that just yet. I'd be more worried about the ones that pop up after we rotate our low premiums down below. So now she has London and feed. Well, no sense in taking all this downtime for feed right this very minute, right? Given that she just opened up one of her regional HQs. So London House would be the next choice. She gets a 1680 on neocoins. Now, you would... Okay, hold on. She goes with the 1600 waves. Which, honestly, I don't know what regional HQ she opened to do her regional rows or whatever. But she either has one or now two regional HQs open. So, not really sure. If she has one, that's better than two. Meaning, if it was me, I would have done... Given that she had this assignment in her list from the beginning, when she did the regional export HQ, I would have done the one with the Sunny coins so that I could get it done for cheaper. Or for one regional HQ open rather than two. Let's see. She started the feed how long ago? Let's see. Hold on. So I think it was 2 hours... So she's got 4 more hours on feed. Okay. Now, here she gets her epic for 2,000. Okay. Okay. Now she's at this point where she can either continue on and do the feed, or continue on and not do the feed, or just stop and do the feed. She's already 7 assignments in. I would go ahead and at least rotate in the Omega, which I'm sure she does. Okay. Now she gets a 1600 regular residential. She does the Green Valley because that's her next one on her list. She gets a simoleons task. Was that the only one down there at the bottom? Hold on. I thought there was more than that. Okay, there was. Okay. Now here's where she makes a mistake. Okay. She just got 2 crappy assignments. She's almost 10 assignments in. She just got this Sunny one not that long ago. Right now, she needs to stop and take the downtime for the feed because of the fact that she's already 10 assignments in. I would have stopped before doing Sunny and taken downtime for feed. You've got half the time left. Just get that one out of the way without having to, you don't want to get 25 assignments in and then take downtime. Or not downtime, but then take the time to do the feed, because then it doesn't have as long to come back. Given the kickback of these last few assignments, I would have just waited for the feed first. She gets a 2K VU, which, okay, now she can do that. She got export HQ row. Okay. Now she gets glass for 2,000. Well, that really sucks. Not only is that your good doorway, but, okay, now she's got the feed that she can do. So she does feed, and she gets export HQ back for a 3rd time already. Not looking good. Okay, that assignment is already having a pretty high history. It doesn't normally come back that much. So it's one of her repeat tasks. That's not a good thing. The second that she gets that thing for anything less than like 2,200 points, she needs to stop touching it. So she does that. I'm assuming she prepped glass. I don't know. But I'm assuming she does. But even so, she's getting dangerously close to not being able to do that stuff safely. Okay? That's the, what was this? Okay, she does the VU, and she gets wave simoleons. Now, this is the second time on the wave simoleons. Notice what we're doing, you guys. We're narrating her week. We're looking at the history. We're looking at the doorways. All of this really matters when you make your selection. And it also helps you prepare. For example, if she's had Regional HQ Export Bros 3 times and Wave Simoleons 2 times in the first 15 assignments, 15 assignments, what does that tell you? You gotta be damn careful for the rest of the week, right? Because if she doesn't move quickly enough, that Wave Simoleons Regional HQ is going to close, and then she could end up getting that assignment repeatedly. It also tells you that if she gets it worth a low value, if risk outweighs reward, then she would be better off to leave it to sit. Okay, so you guys always have to pay very close attention to this, and this is exactly why you should be tracking your guys' week. Now she gets a 3600 Latin. Okay. Paris upgrade for 2000. 2000 on the flower. 2400 Paris. So now what? Pay close attention. Okay, let's go back again. I want you guys to see this. Feed. Remember when I said she made a mistake and didn't take the feed? Mind you, I haven't flipped through her week this closely. I've briefly looked at it at the very beginning of the week up to here, and then that was it. So here she makes a mistake and doesn't take the downtime for feed. Okay, she gets the 2000 launch VU, 2200 on her repeat regional HQ. Now she gets glass at 2000. So that good doorway is sealed right now. This is the doorway she should have rotated back when she did the sunny doorway. Now pay attention. 2600. 2000. 2400. 3600. 2000. 2000. 2400. Notice a pattern? They're all main tasks. They're all really good assignments. Right? Okay. Now, order of rotation is what? Once all main tasks are done, that can be done, obviously, given risk versus reward and all the other stuff, you then move to your what? Highest non-premium with the lowest possible algorithm rate. And then all the other variables you need to take into account as well. Downtime, algorithm, which would be, lowest algorithm, risk, reward, all that stuff, right? Okay. Now, what else do you want to take into account? Doorway. So, looking at her list now, hopefully she prepped the glass the moment that feed popped up, because she's at 20 assignments in. She basically has to rotate that glass in within the next 5 assignments or leave it to sit for the duration of the contest. Otherwise, she won't be able to safely do it. So if she prepped the glass would be the correct choice. If she did not prep the glass, what would I do? Well, what does it look like she should do? It looks like she should do the silk, right? Well, what about the coconuts? Do your CoM math. Let's just say glass is not prepped. Do your CoM math. Which one's higher in value? Silk. Okay. Which one's higher in value opportunity? Silk. Which one's higher in opportunity? They're both equal. Okay. Which one, what's downtime? Equal. What else? Algorithm. Equal. Doorway. Coconuts are the good doorway. Really good doorway. Been main task for like 8 assignments or whatever. What else? Risk. Same. Equal. Everything's equal, but that's a good doorway. Minus the value difference, which is what? 30 points. So for 30 points, you want to take a risk of opening up a crappy doorway versus going with a good doorway. Now, see why this is why we have to look at the history of our assignments? If I was to be handed this, and she was to show me this right now without any history, without anything, just looking at this one list, and she says, the glass is not done, or I haven't prepped yet, or whatever, I would say silk. Absolutely. It's higher. It's lower on the list. There you go. Everything else is equal. But without knowing the history of her doorway, I can't say for certain. And that is why you guys really should be tracking your stuff, okay? She's got 51 minutes left on glass. Technically, she can rotate glass as late as 25 assignments in, but given that she has the coconuts as her good doorway, she could proceed on. The reason that it wasn't good for her to proceed on before was because she didn't have any good doorways. Everything was coming in for garbage. Okay? So she waited the 51 minutes and she does the glass. If she wants to do that, that's fine. Either choice would have been fine. Now she gets VU for 2,000. Okay, so now that doorway is sealed off pretty much with a CHEMS for 1740. CHEMS has a high algorithm to it, so even though she can do it for, it takes 2 hours or whatever for her, she has so many other doorways that she can utilize right now, it doesn't even make sense to go with the high algorithm CHEMS, especially pre-streaks. So the next one I would say would be coconuts following her good doorway. She went with metal. That was a mistake. A huge one. And reason being is because, and I honestly don't know why she did that. Okay, you know what? I do know why she did that. She marked it in her mind as her good doorway way back when. But if she would have went back and she would have looked at her screenshots, she would have realized that was, well, first off, that was way early on. And it was only like two rotations of it being a good door. It was like a 3K VU and a 3K upgrade. And then that was it. But that last one, that coconut doorway, that was like nine assignments or whatever. I didn't count them, but it was quite a few. And it's also higher in value. Now, something tells me that she went with the metal, not just because of the fact that she marked it in her mind as her good doorway, but because the coconut assignment sucks. Nobody wants to do it, right? Because you have to sit there every 6 minutes and collect it. She wanted to get shit done quick. That right there was a mistake, okay? She had more than enough time to get that done properly. Now she gets her Omega for 2,000, 3,000 Cactus, 3,000 VU, 3,000 Omega, 2,400 Lime, okay? 3,000, and then what? Now, this is, you guys, I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. A lot of people don't notice this stuff. A lot of people ask me, how did you come up with this CoM guide? How could you possibly have come up with all this stuff? It's just mind-blowing. And I get that a lot. Because I actually screenshotted stuff. I actually looked for pattern. What pattern did you just see here? You probably didn't even notice it, honestly. But look, let's go back. What were we just talking about? We were just talking about metal being her good doorway. And for what assignments did we say? It was VU for 3,000, and it was an upgrade for 3,000. And it was feed that she got replaced with a doorway down, the doorway down below. Those are what we call our repeat tasks. Tasks that don't have high algorithm that you see frequently. So let's go back. Metal. Omega. 3K upgrade. 3K VU. 3K upgrade. 2,400 Lime, which we had the waves for 2,400. So, repeat. It's like the same general idea of what we're getting here. 3K VU again. And then what? The feed. The original feed that was in the list, but for lower value now. So now we can leave the feed to sit because it's at a lower value. But now it's also taken up our good doorway slot. So we need to keep a mental note of that. Okay? If she can get through the streaks and pick up where she left off, feed would be a good one to do because it's her good doorway. But what else is her good doorway? You have more than one good doorway. The coconuts. Those don't have any downtime, really. Maybe an hour compared to 6. So, looking at what we got going on here, let's look at the same general concept. I would be going with the coconuts. You don't always do your highest valued assignment, okay? So she does the coconuts. What is that? A 3K regional upgrade. Okay. 2,400 epic. Now, you remember at the beginning of the week, she had that 2,000 epic on that other doorway? Okay. There's plastic for 1,740. Now, looking at the rest of this, she doesn't have anything prepped in her factories. Everything in her list is for 1,700 points. Plastic is for about 30 points more. It is a good doorway. She could do the silk, but she could also do the plastic, given that it is her good doorway, and silk takes an hour. So, lowest algorithm, they both are pretty low in algorithm. She hasn't had plastic a whole bunch of times. I would go ahead and go with the plastic just to see if it's going to keep being good to her. She went with silk. Wasn't a wrong choice, honestly. Either one would have been fine. Cactus. So I don't know how many regionals she has open. I don't know which ones she used items for, but I know that she's had limestone, cactus, and wave so far. So she might have one regional HQ left that she can open. 3K Omega, 3K VU. Now, what repeat tasks are you seeing again? 3K Omega, 3K VU. Upgrade. Omega. Tokyo Delivery. Now that one's new. We haven't seen Tokyo Delivery. We're on a doorway that's so far down on the list now, so let's see if we keep getting that assignment. Now we get another regional HQ, or not regional HQ, regional coin. 2K Omega. 3K VU. 2K Omega. War Deliveries. Remember in the beginning? We had the War Deliveries? Okay. Now, here she went with War Deliveries for 240 points less, given that it's premium. That's why she did that. Now she gets an 1,800 cargo. Now, this is a good doorway, but she can either go with the cargo, given that it's a good doorway, or she can do the plastic first and see if that doorway is now back to being good. Either one would be okay. She went ahead and started the streaks. Now, actually that is correct. I wasn't even paying attention to where she was at with that, to be honest with you. So, here is correct. So, you guys pay attention to what you should be doing. Normally, you try to secure long factory productions in your main list, right? That's the whole idea. You can take it all the way down to 9 assignments. However, you don't want to lower your average and then start the streaks when you can do the streaks and then go to value over opportunity. So as long as you're getting main assignments, so 2,000 points or higher, then you can go ahead and do your main list trying to secure factory productions. If you're not getting main tasks, you don't want to just lower your average. Think about it like this. The rules of rotation are opportunity over value for the first, 40 assignments or whatever it is, 45 assignments. And then the last 15 assignments is value over opportunity. Now, in between there, you have 24 assignments that are already chosen for you. That's your streak assignments. So you think of it like this. You're going to do value over opportunity before or after the streaks, depending on how you use your tickets. If you take your tickets all the way down to 9, or your assignment all the way down to 9 tasks remaining, that means that you won't have any assignments after you do your streaks, right? So you're doing your value over opportunity assignments before you get to your streaks versus after. You don't want to sit there and try to lower your average even further if you can afford to take the risk. In her case, she has 4 days and 6 hours remaining. She hasn't secured electrical. She hasn't secured glass. Would it be better for her to lower her average and do these assignments for plastic and cargo? Or would it be better to start the streaks, given that she has 4 days and 6 hours remaining, get the streaks done first? And that way, when the streaks are done, even if she does get electrical, even if she does get glass, you know what? She can afford to do it because she went quickly. So now, when the streaks are done, she can move to value over opportunity, and she can bank in more points than she would if she was to start the streaks later and lower her average. And that is a big issue that a lot of high-level players are making right now. You guys are moving so damn slow that when you get into a situation like this, you have to take it all the way down to 9 assignments because you move too damn slow. They'll have like 2 days left. No long factory production secured. What are you going to do if you get electrical even twice? I had a guy almost lose his entire week. All it would have taken, literally, I'm not even joking, is 1 factory assignment, and he would have failed streak 3, 4, 5, and 6. He only had like 12 hours left. Yeah. Nothing was secured. So, you guys, very, very, very important. So she gets melon, grass, omega, epic, bonus points. There's the flower that she had before, VU, leaf simoleons, so I don't know what she's got going on here, why she's showing me this, but I assume that she is, oh, by the way, she hasn't secured her leaf, or not leaf, but her regional HQ task. So I know she has at least 3 open. If she has 4 open without securing the long factory productions, she would want to find a different way to get that leaf simoleons task done. Omega, VU, minerals, VU, limestone coin, upgrade, 2000 epic, 3000 regional, 2000 regional, 2000 epic, 2400 pairs. All these are, repeat tasks. Even the values are really similar. Now she gets Old Townhome, epic again, Sunny. Okay, that's her leaderboard. Upgrade Sunny. Bonus. Okay, so now she's at 9 tickets used. She got 6 tickets left. She's at 204,000. 3 days and 16 hours remaining. So now she's going with value over opportunity. This is still her good doorway, so she does cargo, 3,000 London. And now she gets 1650 on seeds. Plastic is also a good doorway. Highest in value, she's going to go with plastic. She got her epic, 2400. Okay. She has to start a new epic on a different map. 3600 Old Town. She's got 2000 VU, and she ends with 218,000 points. Her opponent ended up with 212,000. So, pretty damn close, right? That is how you play. Okay, those are the only 2 mistakes that she made during the week. Other than that, she did really good. You guys, I hope the walkthrough was a little bit different this time and a little bit more informative for you guys. If there's anything that you're having trouble with or questions or, you're completely confused or lost about something, put it in the comments section or reach out to me on Facebook. If I see a lot of comments of people having the same questions, then I know what I need to touch base on. But right now, I'm not getting a lot of feedback from you guys, aside from private messages where, people are all over the place with their stuff. It's almost like they have absolutely no clue what to do. So try to watch the walkthroughs, watch the latest Contest to Mayors 2022 guide video, and see if that helps you. Also, make sure that you guys pay very close attention to the CoM guide and what it says. And try really, really, really hard to not only track your week, but to look at everything, okay? Go through every category. Good luck to you guys.